President Bola Tinubu has condemned the murder of a housewife, Fatima Abubakar, and her 6 children at Siransi community in Kano State. In a statement by Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, President Tinubu commended the police for the swift arrest of the principal suspects. He also ordered the investigation and prosecution of the suspects. The victims were attacked at their residence by suspected hoodlums who reportedly broke into the house and inflicted fatal injuries using dangerous weapons. The president condemned the action as barbaric and condoled with the bereaved family over the tragedy. Let's bring in Police Public Relations Officer CSP Abdullahi Haruna for more on this very sad development. DSP Haruna, thank you so much for talking to us on the news this hour. The police says that 3 suspects have now been arrested. Walk us through the specific roles they are alleged to have played and whether investigators believe these arrests fully account for everyone involved in this crime.
Good evening. Thank you for also having me this evening. This is a sad incident that happened in Kano, a very sad one. But however, since the incident on 17th January 2026 in the afternoon hours, on the report of the incident, the State Commissioner of Police, CP Ibrahim Adamu Bakuri, PhD, immediately mobilized a team of police operatives to the scene, led by a Deputy Commissioner of Police. The Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of the Command Operations Department, DCP Lawal Isamani. From there, the bodies of the victims, the woman, the housewife, as well as alongside her 6 children, were evacuated and rushed to Murtala Mohammed Specialist Hospital, Kano, where a medical doctor certified all the 7 bodies are dead. From there, the CP immediately set up an investigative team to conduct a thorough investigation. From 10 p.m. of the 17th to 4 a.m. of 18th, investigations conducted under the direction of the State Commissioner of Police led to the firstly arrest of the principal suspect by name Umar Awal. Umar Awal is a 23-year-old of Saburgandu quarters within the state metropolis and happened to be the nephew of the victim. On investigation, Umar confessed to conspired with 2 others to commit this heinous crime. Within that time, within the duration of 6 hours, the other 2 suspects were also arrested. One of them is Yaku Yakubu, the oldest among them, 40-year-old, that arranged everything, as well as Yakubu Abdulaziz, 21-year-old of Sabongida, Sharada Quarters, Kano.
CSP Haruna, this attack has deeply shaken the community. You mentioned just now that the principal suspect is nephew to the victim. What has your investigation so far revealed about the possible motive? And can residents be assured that this was not part of a wider threat to public safety, especially to that community?
You know, at the onset of the preliminary investigation, within the hours when the investigation commenced, the investigation team led by the Commissioner of Police were able to find out that the same syndicate committed related offenses late last year, including the killing of 2 housewives within the state metropolis, precisely in Tudunyola quarters. 2 women were killed in their matrimonial home and set ablaze. The same modus. And then also there is a death of one 9-year-old that also reported that happened to be the sister of the principal suspect. So when you look at the 3 cases together, you can be able to, based on the investigation, this one is a killing of family members by a family member. And currently, as I told you, investigation is ongoing. And however, the command succeeded in getting a lot of witnesses, evidences that will help in conducting this investigation, which are due to adequately prosecuting all those involved in the crime.
And interestingly, it's not a first-time offender. You know, many people are asking how such a crime could have been, could happen in a residential area without early detection. What lessons is the Kano Police Command drawing from this tragedy, and what immediate steps are being taken to prevent a repeat?
Yeah, you know, this incident happened in a very populated area, Kumboso local government area in Kano State. It's a very densely populated area where whenever something like this is happening, it's likely for neighbors to hear or to see something like this. But however, when the report was obtained by the police, the swift action led to all this roundup of all those involved in the crime. And when you see it, we have to continue public enlightenment and sensitization, especially in areas of vigilance. We need to be our neighbors' keepers, and we have to continue to enlighten members of the public on the roles they are expected to play. The people of the state have been cooperating. Recently, a lot of successes have been recorded by the Kano State Police Command in crime prevention, management, and control. But however, these are from the experiences at the onset of this investigation, we learned that we have to continue to be our brothers' keepers and always communicate any whenever there is any suspicion, maybe suspicious person, suspicious item, or suspicious activity should immediately be reported to the nearest police station or to the various commands platforms.
All right. CSP Haruna, we have to go now. With the Attorney General taking over this prosecution and also promising a watertight case, what concrete evidence has the police handed over, and how confident are you that this case will stand firmly in court?
Of course, after the arrest of the principal suspects at his residence in front of his father, recoveries were made, including the victim's 2 mobile phones were recovered with the main principal suspect, Umar, as well as some other clothing materials with bloodstain. 4 clothing materials were also recovered, as well as dangerous weapons from all the suspects that were suspected to have been involved in committing of the crime. The police are gathering evidence, and we are, of course, progressing. We are developing, we are progressing, and with what we have and with the investigation, we believe that this suspect will be prosecuted.
CSP Abdullahi Haruna is Police Public Relations Officer at Kano State. Thank you so much for the insight.